Back then, when I first started in life, I was really very introverted.
Right?
I don't talk to people. If I do talk to people, I have a front. Basically, I feel like what I was doing is a persona that I didn't really connect with. It wasn't me. I was just putting up front.
Well, let's welcome Eddie. He had a very interesting story to share, going from the creative industry to the dance, being a dance coach, and then now he has his own personal branding studio.
The experience back then was not so good. We had no idea how to pose back then. And then we felt really awkward. We didn't want people to feel that way. So we do this process to help people look good and feel good at the same time.
All right, hey guys, so welcome to another episode of our S2S podcast. And today I have a very interesting guest whom I just met recently a couple of weeks ago. We had a quick chat over a founders event, and I thought he had a very interesting story to share, going from the creative industry to the dance, being a dance coach, and then now he has his own personal branding studio. So let's welcome Eddie.
Thank you for having me.
Right. So maybe Eddie, well, I was looking online. I mean, your studio's name is called Tera Headshots, right?
That's right, yeah.
So maybe for anyone who doesn't kind of understand what headshots, what is a headshot?
Headshot is basically a photo that represents a tighter cropping. So let's say from the head all the way to the chest. Yeah. So we started as a headshot company. But over time, as we develop our craft, we realized that we've actually make it more modernized and helping leaders look a lot more credible, confident, and charismatic through body language and posing and expressing as well.
Okay. So headshots, why the decision to choose headshots instead of, there's so many different kinds of photography, right? Like why headshots?
That's true. So we started really humbly, like in Joyce's makeup studio. So Joyce is my wife. So initially, there was 2021, and Joyce is a makeup and hair artist, right? So back then, her revenue really went on a down low because of if live events were canceled. So during that time, she was thinking of headshot photography to complement her hair and makeup service as well. So back then, she wanted to pick up, photography.
So the main back then was for Joyce was makeup, and then this was like an additional enhanced service.
Yeah,
with
correct.
the headshot photography.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was also during the COVID era in 2020,
2021, yes.
2021.
So during that time, she picked up portrait photography as she signed up for a course, right? So during that time when she signed up for a course, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do everything like hair and makeup, and then photography as well." And then in her studio. So back then her studio was really really small, and it was so small that we only had a small space, a white wall space. That's why we branded our company as Tera Headshots.
Okay, so it was because of a certain, I guess, a limitation of the space.
Yeah.
And that you guys could only do headshots and not maybe like wide angle photography and then
That's right.
bigger, zoom out kind of. Okay.
It was really hard because the space was really really small, like maybe a toilet space.
I mean, in this day and age, everyone has an iPhone. Why can't I get my friend to just point and shoot and with a white background behind me and then take a headshot?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can because what we do and what everybody else does is very different in a sense. It depends on which stage of their career everyone is in. Yeah, and we target more leaders and business owners as well, as opposed to just people who are just starting out.
Okay. And why that group of people, like business leaders? Why this group of people?
The reason why we selected this group is because they are a lot more. They value a lot of personal brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal branding.
Yeah, it's personal branding. So leaders, when they get to a certain stage, they value how they carry themselves, how they want to show up for themselves, as well as the company.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are people who we target, so that they value personal branding a lot. So that's where we come in to help enhance that personal branding for themselves and their businesses.
Right. So what would a typical shoot look like at Tera Headshots? Like what happens?
Maybe let's talk about before the shoot itself. So we have like a touch point where our clients who are interested to work with us actually do a discovery call with us. So that's a time when we understand what they do, who they are, where they're coming from, and how they want to show up for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this discovery call is usually, I guess, online, like Zoom,
Yes.
Google Meets. Okay.
Correct. So this
Then-
discovery call is done online, and that's where I get to understand them better to see whether we are fit for each other.
What is not a fit?
What is not a fit? Someone who is just looking around and just see, look,
Okay.
and don't really understand why we charge the way we charge.
Okay. So on this point, like when you say you charge the way you charge, I guess it's a premium pricing.
Yeah, it's a premium pricing. Yeah,
It's a premium pricing. Okay. Why would someone then choose Tera? Like, why would they pay more than usual instead of getting my friend to take a photo or just hiring any photographer off the IG or something? Yeah.
So what we do is we do the whole thing, the whole package, in a sense that we understand what they are doing, where they're coming from, how they want to achieve what they want to achieve. So we understand that first and craft a journey or a session that is crafted for them. That includes like personal color analysis or wardrobe consultation as well, and having hair and makeup done on the actual day. Whether they have any concerns or insecurities, and that's why we address that during the session.
So that sounds like there's quite a lot of pre-planning, even pre-shoot kind of preparation work. Like what does color analysis mean? Like
So personal color analysis means everyone has a different season, in a sense: summer, autumn, winter, and spring. All right. So different seasons means the kind of color palette they can wear in regards to what makes them pop.
okay, but this is not related to the real seasons of the weather. In Singapore, right? In Singapore, we only have sunny weather and rainy weather.
Yes, that's right.
So this is more like seasons of their life, or like
Seasons of the skin tone.
okay, like in terms of skin tonality.
Yeah, skin tonality, skin color. So everyone will look good when they wear the right seasons. Example, I'm a deep winter, which means that I will pop more if I wear darker and more deeper colors.
Right.
In the cool tone.
Cool tone. Okay, and what's the opposite of the cool tone?
Warm tone.
Warm. Is there someone who's more tan, like more, I don't know, beach going, sunshine?
It could be, but depends. Yeah, the colors, the skin color will be more on the warmer side. So example, yours, I think will be on the cooler side.
Okay. So what will look good? Is this color right for me?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, based on what I see so far, I think this color looks good on you.
Okay. Getting a free color analysis here. What else will look good?
But I'm not a personal color analyst. My wife is Joyce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to understand the Tera Headshots team, there's yourself, Eddie. You are the
photographer.
Oh, is that role? You're the lead photographer.
Yeah,
right?
the sales. I'm the photographer.
Okay.
I'm the photographer.
Sure. And then Joyce's role?
She does a few things, like from customer service to finances to hair, makeup, to personal color analysis as well.
Right. Okay. So that's personal color analysis, right? So I guess this is done during like how is this done? How do you get the after that online call, kind of understand the needs, this person is suitable, what happens next?
What happens next is we get them to, depends on their needs, right? So example, someone who just wants the whole package, like the personal color analysis, wardrobe consultation, and the hair and makeup, then we arrange a session before the actual session. That means we arrange
this is a physical session, right?
Yeah, all physical already. Yeah. Right. So we arrange a physical session like for doing personal color analysis, where we find out about their color tone, what kind of colors suit them better. So using that, we talk about their wardrobe as well to see which one will help them look good.
Okay, so wardrobe, like the clothes they're gonna wear, maybe accessories, stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah. So after the wardrobe consultation, then we go to the actual session, which is the photo session, which is the hair, makeup, and then the photo.
I mean, the one of the questions I have in mind is like, why do you go through so much trouble to take a photo? Isn't it just, you just come? I mean, of course, yes, you got to put on some nice clothes, do your makeup if you're a lady, and then you just point and shoot, right? Why this entire process?
This is a good question. Why the entire process is because it comes down to what we didn't get before. So there's a story that Joyce and I have. So back then, when we were dating,
Okay.
I think Joyce was really sweet enough to organize like a makeover and photo shoot for us.
Oh, for the both of you.
Yeah,
Because
when we were we're just starting out
Okay.
in our relationship and dating, just to document the whole, our anniversary.
Right.
And then the experience back then was not so good, in the sense that the hair and makeup was a little bit on the old school side. So really white makeup for her, and my makeup was kind of similar. And then so we just looked like in the 90s, 80s kind of Hong Kong movie kind of a makeup. The kind
Right.
of thing, yeah. And then during the process of photography, because we had no idea how to pose back then. So we were like doing things, and then we felt really awkward. So imagine like having like a couple pose and then feeling like a smile. So that was not very,
Right. Like,
that was a nice feeling.
yeah, and now it's not just one person, it's two person, and I guess you guys are in like different poses, like I don't know, hugging and like posing certain stuff, right? Like touching a face or something. I don't. Right? Okay, so there was this sense of awkwardness. There was no guidance, basically. I guess this is another thing that you guys do.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about that. Okay.
Yeah. So that was one of the key memories that we had in a photo shoot. So we didn't want people to feel that way. So that's why we do all this trouble we do this process to help people look good and feel good at the same time.
Okay. So if today I'm someone that doesn't like to take photos, or I just think I know I don't look good at photos, I'm not photogenic, I don't know how to pose, like, why are you guys able to help? Like, I want to look good on camera. Let's say I'm a director of a company, or I'm a senior manager or something. I want to start building my LinkedIn profile, right? Like everybody uses LinkedIn for their corporate and professional, like, social network. How would you guys kind of advise on that? Let's say, have you met clients like that? Like, you don't know how to
All the
pose.
time. All the time.
So quite common, like
Very common.
out of 10, how many say that?
10.
So 10 out of 10 are like,
To be real, I feel like out of the clients that we have, 90% of the clients that we have don't have the same problem that you were saying. Like they feel like they don't look photogenic. They don't know how to pose. They don't know how to look good.
yeah.
But that is gonna be the least of the problems working with us, because we help them look good. We'll teach them how to pose based on their personality and based on how they envision themselves to be. Couple that with what they are like in person, that their personality all into their body language. So it's just an example.
Yeah.
Right? Just an example. If let's say whether you are laid back or are you more active, that comes to how you sit as well. Right? You can be more like laid back, just chilling, or it can be more active. So when you're active, you like to sit up all and engaging like this. Yes. So that's one example. Another example is everyone have their own way of being comfortable in like leveraging the environment. So example, if I'm chilling, I'm just chilling like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone has their own way of doing this. Yeah. So your way can be like this. It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own way. So I'm just using that basic body language that they have and posing them according to how they want to pose.
All right. So, like, because sometimes when you pose, right? I mean, I've been in quite a few of some of these shoots. Sometimes when I pose for like photo shoots, it feels like it's very strange, like the angle that I'm posing in. Like, it's not me, right? And what you're saying is you would normally get them to usually kind of pose how they would, and then are you kind of like making small adjustments and things like that?
Yet and no. So like whatever we're doing now is we're having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So during the whole photo session process, we are also having conversations. So during that time, they'll find a way to be comfortable. And that's the time when I notice such things and then I will tweak the posing according to how they are.
Okay, good point. Let's hold that. So posing.
Yes.
Actually, posing is what every photographer kind of does. But
Not really.
no?
No, no.
Okay. How do you then do it? How do you know how to ask somebody to pose? Like it sounds simple on paper, like okay, just pose for a photo, like smile, open your eyes bigger, I don't know, suck in the tummy and stuff, right? Like what is it exactly that goes through your mind? Like you mentioned like you notice things and then you're asking them to maybe make certain, I don't know, movements or tweaks.
So during the photo session itself, right? So we have conversations, right? Like how they are as person or what they do usually on certain situations. So example, it could be something simple as like you're having a date with your wife. Imagine you're having a date with your wife. How would you chill on this table? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right. Like there's some little things that you do right now that you are just chilling or something. You're just interested, right? Such things really do matter because it's something that's you.
Right. So you're kind of like putting your hands on your knees.
Yeah, like
leaning
when
back.
you like earlier on, you were
Yeah.
just doing something like this, right? Or you're just doing something like this. So that's you,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So I just use that little subtle things that you do, and I'll take a few shots, and then I'll tweak accordingly to how you were, and then just make it look more like amazing and natural at the same time.
So I'm gonna dive deeper in this, but I just want to understand the nuance. Like when you say you tweak the thing, right? What actually goes in your mind? Like, how do you know what to tweak? Like, should I put my hand here? Should I put my hand here? Should I close my fingers? Like, did you do something before this that helped you to kind of understand? I don't know, like posing or like what?
Yes, for sure. Because I am part of this photography group, and that is international that teaches how to pose as well.
It teaches how to pose.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this like group?
This group is called the Portrait System. Is started by this photographer who I love really a lot. Her name is Bryce, and then she's one of the top coaches, photography coaches in the world. That train people like David Sir. David Sir is like a #1 post king in TikTok. Yeah, right.
You guys know him? Okay.
Yeah.
David Sir.
Yeah, David Sir.
Right.
And David Sir is just amazing at what he does. Yeah. And then I make the connection that hey, David Sir actually learned from Sue Bryce for a while, and Sue Bryce is actually his coach.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow, okay, such a I see how the connection is made, and I'm like, I love what she does, I love what David Sir does, and I will incorporate whatever I've learned from them to their content, to their causes, to actually use it with what I do.
Right. So there's you actually professionally learn this skill set. Like how do you help somebody to pose? Okay. And your let's talk a little bit about your journey. Like I was reading, I mean our team do some research, right? Like you were a dance coach for like 20 over years. And then you were in creatives. Does that experience kind of help in what you're doing today?
Definitely. Yeah. Like I think my superpower is making connection with people in a sense that through my dance journey, I went from being a very closed up person to a lot more open. Back then, when I first started in life, I was really closed off. I was really
Like introverted.
very introverted.
Right?
Like, I don't talk to people. If I do talk to people, I have a front.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, I feel like what I was doing is a persona that I didn't really connect with. It wasn't me. I was just putting it up front. Yeah. And that carried me through maybe my poly days.
What was the Eddie then?
The Eddie
If I
band
look back and see this Eddie, right, in the video.
was a lot more quiet, was a lot more kept to himself. Yeah. The only thing that he does would be just basketball or with friends. But outside of that, it's more like he keep to himself and just not talk to people or hang out with friends.
Okay. So quite like keep yourself
Yeah,
introverted.
myself.
That's your own
Introverted,
thing.
really introverted. Yeah.
Okay. And today?
Well, I'm still introvert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recovering introvert?
I'll say, no, I'll say I'm a louder introvert than before. Yeah, like Crystals, yeah. Wow.
Crazy though. Oh, he was just in Singapore, like, yeah, Ray was just there. He attended the 3 days, right? The workshop. He's still. It's great, it's great, it's awesome.
He's
Like,
awesome.
still his content, everything he does.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot introvert. I'm trying to be a louder introvert.
Yeah, loud introvert. Okay. What changed for you? Like, what caused you to shift to this new or current Eddie?
I think when I first picked up dancing, I was exposed to a world where I'm required to meet people who I've never met before, interact with them because dancing, right? Because I do salsa. So it's like a partner dance.
Right.
So partner dancing requires me to connect with a person of the opposite gender, meet a lot of people on the dance floor. And that helped me open up a lot more because I'm in an environment where this is needed.
Which phase in your life was this? Like,
That
how old were you?
That was
when you started that?
my early 20s. Yeah,
So that's after, I guess after poly.
just after poly, yes.
Okay.
So that time was when I opened up a lot more. I hang out with friends. I have my own group. I have my own circle. And that taught me a lot of like being more out there and being the least introvert or out of being an introvert. That makes sense.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe so that's your personal journey. Like how did maybe let's come back to Tera Head Shots. How did you get started? So we kind of talked a little bit like you guys were in this Joyce had a makeup kind of a business, and then COVID, so tried to add on headshot photography kind of service, and then what came out? So how do you guys kind of evolve into Tera Head Shots today?
So during the time when Joyce did everything, like from hair and makeup to photography, she basically got a few friends to come into her studio to do this whole session.
Is
Just
that
for
like,
practice.
okay, like clients that like studio clients in a way?
No, friends.
Or friends. So
She got friends to come into the session, to the studio to do the whole full session, like from hair and makeup and then photography.
okay. So she was doing the makeup for the friends, taking the photos of the friends. Okay. Right.
Yeah. And then back then, because our studio was really, really small back then, so after the hair and makeup, she had to ship the furniture aside and then bring out the lighting equipment and everything and set up a camera to prepare for the actual shoot. And then after that, after the photography is done, then she had some challenge in directing her friends as well. And then during that time, I also came in to teach her and help her out as well.
Okay, when you say directing, is basically helping them to pose, just so that they can take some nice photos.
Pose or smile.
Right.
Yeah. Even though it was a headshot, but there's certain direction that is needed to actually get them to look confident as well.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking like, okay, so in my mind, I mean, photography, that's headshot. So it's to me, it's very close up. You technically have just the person in frame.
Yes.
It's like pretty close up, right?
Yeah.
There's not much props or anything in the background, right?
No props at all.
And then comparing that to maybe like a wider angle, maybe like a family shoot or some studio-based shoot. It seems to me, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, what I'm thinking is the headshot the end product seems simple. It's just a person with a background. But because of its simplicity, is there actually a higher level of like, do we need more precision? Is there more minute details that we actually need to take care of?
The minute detail will be actually to depend on the person, right? A smile can be more than a smile. The way a smile can be stiff or can have that, like so.
Like, who was that lady I was watching? Vanessa Van Albert. So she's the behavioral what's the person like academic? I mean, she studies like behaviors of people.
Right.
Vanessa Edwards. So she says that there's a fake smile, so you smile.
Yes.
Your eyebrows, I mean, there isn't that crow's feet there.
Exactly.
Right, your eyes
no
don't.
engagement in the
Yeah.
eyes as well. Yeah.
Whereas a genuine one technically engages the entire face, right from the brows all the way to the, I guess, your lower.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There are more muscle growth that is needed to actually make a full smile, right? Yeah. So when you smile and laugh and not feeling it, you can tell the difference between that versus laughing and then smiling with a lot more intention or feelings. That looks and breaks a headshot. That is one side. And then there's a way of how you can look confident as well. So something simple would be how, if I can ask you the question, how would you look confident just facial expression wise?
Facial.
Yes.
Can I use my hands?
No, just facial expression.
I don't know. Don't smile. Look straight.
But how do you
Yeah,
show that
stern look.
confidence? Stern look.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe what's this thing called? Furrow the brow a little bit.
Furrow the brow. Okay.
Yeah.
So personally, I've learned this back then when I was studying out is to look confident, you need to engage your lower eyelids. So this mentor that I've learned from, his name is called Peter Hurley. He's known for his headshot photography, and he coined this term called squinching. Basically, just engaging the lower eyelids like so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just a subtle engagement.
So you are basically like moving the muscle of the lower eyelid and kind of, it's a little bit like a squint, but instead of the full squint, it's kind of just a little bit like tensioning the muscle.
Yes, tensioning the muscle.
The lower eyelid.
The lower eyelids.
Tensioning the muscle of the lower eyelid.
This. And then depending on how much of a friendliness you want to portray, you can have a subtle smile or a bigger smile. Kind of like when you have your own kids, yeah, your kids are naughty, or your other half is being cheeky. You're like, what are you trying to do? Yeah. So that kind of expression.
Right.
So during that time, when Joyce was bringing her friends over to do this whole session, right? She had a lot of work to do, right? Hair, makeup, photography. And after the session, she had to go back home and do the retouching, editing of photos, which is a lot of work. So when she came home, she'd be like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Yeah. She's quiet, and then she's like, I'm drained. And then there was a time where I feel, wow, there's a lot of work that you're doing. So let me help you lah.
Okay. And what were you doing back then, like in this period?
During this period, I wasn't dancing already. So I was just having my full-time job. Yeah, just working in my full-time job. Like,
what were you doing? Like?
I was in advertising. So I was doing sound design, sound engineering, for commercials, trailers, films.
Okay. So it seems to be quite artistic route for you, from dance to sound, engineering, like through advertising and all this. Okay. And now eventually, like photography, portrait photography. Okay.
Yeah. Like more portrait photography.
Okay. What was the trigger, like you decided to, I guess you tendered your resignation, like to pull that through?
It took me a few years before I actually tendered.
A few years. So Joyce was doing it on her own, like.
So we started a business 2021, but we were doing it like a part-time thing.
Right. Did Joyce have a full-time?
She was already doing hair and makeup already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like for other people, like
for other
freelance.
Yes. So over time, when everything started to open up, she also focused a lot more on hair and makeup for her clients, be it weddings or production, production, weddings, and events. So that was any time that we have outside of work will be spent on Tera.
Okay.
Yeah, such as weekday nights or weekends.
Right. And then it turned like a full-on business. Like when was this? Like what year was it?
That turned a full-time business towards the end of 2023.
Okay. So it's been about a year and a half?
Just slightly after a year plus, yeah.
Okay. And then you came in 2023 as well. I guess you joined Joyce in the business. Or was that?
Say that again.
As in when when did you join Joyce in like you resigned and then you went full on in Tera?
That was towards the end of 2023 when I joined
So
time in the business.
Right. Okay. And then how was that journey like? Like, now it's full-time operational. What was the mindset? So now let's say we put on the cap as a just now we're talking a little bit about your personal journey, your the growth you had transforming from introvert to now I guess wanting to be an extrovert to now you're a business owner. Like both of you are business owners, like both of yourself and Joyce are co-founders of Tera Headshot. So what was the plan?
What's the plan?
What was the plan? So like 2023, now come December, right?
What was the plan?
What was the plan over the business? Since now you guys are full on, like there's no other, like there's no more salary to fall back on. There's no more fixed, like income. What was the plan?
The plan back then was to do a lot of things back then. Other than just getting word of mouth referral, we wanted to do marketing. We thought of launching a campaign, but that failed miserably. So there was...
This was a what? Like a marketing campaign?
It was a marketing campaign.
Okay. Like what?
Yeah.
Like meta ads kind of stuff?
There was meta ads, Instagram ads as well. But that failed terribly because there wasn't any planning. There was a planning involved, but there wasn't a really strategy behind that towards the advertisement.
Okay. Yeah. So no planning.
No planning.
Right.
There was planning, but it wasn't a full-on strategy involving in the... Okay, so example would be, why do we include this service? Why should we... How much we charge? How to promote this? Like, why would people pay that amount of money?
Okay, like what exactly? Like, I mean, for the audience to kind of understand, right? Because I think there's a very interesting lesson or important lesson here, right? Like, what was the lesson? Like, what was the services that you introduced? Like, why did it not work?
It was an experience. It was called a Tera experience back then. Basically, what it entails is basically having a full makeover and having photo artwork done for you.
Photo artwork.
Yes.
Photo artwork. Like
basically having like printed out photos.
Okay, like
fine art prints.
Right.
Yeah. So they can frame out into the wall.
Okay.
At the same time, we didn't do a lot of market research in a sense that is this service people would connect with? Is this service people would buy? Right. So there wasn't any market research done. We just launched it blindly and hope for the best. Yeah.
Right, like a gut feel thing, like, okay, I think this is what will work, and then we kind of put together a package, and then we kind of launched it.
Yeah, we got feeling this may work.
Okay.
And then we just plan according to that faith that it's gonna work, and it failed miserably. Yeah.
Okay. Then what I guess now is what changed? What do you guys do that changed the business direction?
There's a few things that we did. We did a makeover for our website. We went from looking like when you first starting out, you do your own website, right? It looks terrible looking back, but back then I thought it looks great. It looked great, but now looking back, right, I think the website was terrible. It didn't showcase that. It didn't show why people should charge the way we charge.
Okay. So from the get-go, I guess this is saying that even the pricing at the start, you guys already wanted to do more than the usual, or you wanted people to know that this service is premium because of these things that we're going to do.
Yeah.
It was never, we're just going to charge cheap, and be cheaper than the other guys.
Yeah.
Kind of mindset. Okay.
Yeah. So we thought back then people would connect with the service because it's like an experience when people feel good, look good, and then they have a keepsake as a memory to document that. So yeah, that failed miserably. But what changed was we overhauled our website.
Okay.
We became more active on social media so that we can share behind the scenes. We share our client's story a little more, or rather the process of what happens as a Tera headshot client, like from hair makeup to photography to the actual final look in the photos. So we showed more the process, and then we showed behind the scenes, like what's the conversation like between me and our client.
Right. I was just scrolling your Instagram, like there were some behind the scenes kind of like I could see you talking to the client. I saw a client dancing, like I think she was in pink or something. It's like really dancing on the camera. Is that part of the I don't know the process?
That was no, that was just her.
Or it was
Yeah,
I mean she's a I guess
so dancer.
oh she's a dancer,
Yeah,
right?
so she's a dancer. So
Okay. She's just getting into the
and then because we were playing like really nice music, and then just having fun during the process as well.
Okay.
So that was literally like for just having fun, and then we managed to document that. It was a nice way to show people that hey, we make you feel comfortable.
Right.
We make our clients feel comfortable through that process. Say, hey, why not come in for our photo shoot?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we have website revamp, social media, shooting content behind the scenes, getting a client to dance on screen. I don't know if that was intentional or like after the dance
That wasn't intentional. That was really just her. That was really just her.
okay.
Because she's a very bubbly kind of person.
Right. Okay, what?
Yeah, her name is Chloe. She's very bubbly, and then she likes to express outwardly a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, so whatever situation she has, she usually emotes and express really openly.
Mm. And I guess that shows like the level of comfort level when they're there. They're willing to, be themselves, just let it go in a certain sense.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, what else? So we have website, we have social media. What else did you
I
change?
think that sometimes our brand messaging as well. It means to the website copy and the way we type out the captions as well as our content. That helps people understand that hey, we do such things because this is what we believe in.
So I guess the brand messaging, the copywriting that kind of goes into all the different social media fronts, the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during the time, we also share that hey, people should learn to celebrate themselves. So we crafted this message that's hey, after every content that we share, we focus on the word celebrate you.
Celebrate you.
You.
Why celebrate you? Like
Because that means right, you've come so far in life. You deserve to be celebrated because you've done certain things. You've achieved certain milestones. You deserve to be celebrated. So that's why I celebrate you.
and that I'm just kind of imagining this. So celebrate you. Okay, achieve certain milestones. I've done certain things in my life, and it links to photography, like capturing this moment in my life. Right. Okay. Did that work? Like
So it went a lot better compared to when I first starting out full time in the business.
okay.
Yeah. And because people connect with the message, celebrate you. Yeah. Celebrate you wherever you are in life. It means you went through a challenge. You went through a challenging time. You need to document yourself as a way to celebrate the journey and then coming out from that challenging time.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to what is like what are challenges people face? Or why would someone be so if you're running some ads, right? What would the ad messaging say? Like to speak to your target audience. Like what are their pain points? What are their challenges? And how does Tera kind of solve that?
If I were to run ads now, it'll be more to say, hey, what will make you different from the next person in your particular industry? What will help you stand out? Yeah. Would your profile photo look like you're worth $1,000 per hour, or would your profile photo look like you are $20 per hour?
Wait, so you're saying that photo can make or break like someone's perception of you?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ha-
It's
ha-
different.
Are there some like I don't know? Do you have some stories you can like case studies of your like clients that you can share that's really helped them turn this around?
So we have a client.
Mm.
Her name is Angela. So she worked with us twice already. And the first time when she worked with us, it was a time where she was laid off. She had no jobs, no incoming offers. And the first time that she worked with us, she posted her photo on her LinkedIn. And eventually she got a lot more offers compared to when she had not so good profile photo, yeah.
Okay.
So, and that helped her gain a lot of offer, and eventually she shortlisted to one job. So having a good profile photo can make or break a potential. Having a good profile photo will actually help you in your getting people to look at you more and look at your profile a lot more because of how you carry yourself.
Right. Like, I'm imagining like with my HR team, for example, they have, I don't know, 50 applications for this role. If they want to, if they're my team, like my HR executive is just flipping the papers, I guess the photo is like the first passport, right, into whether this person appears professional or not. Like they don't even take effort to send in a proper CV with a photo. Then maybe I should just, put it in the B pile for a bit, right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So how you want to show people that you want to show your potential hirers that you invest in yourself. So when you invest in yourself, you have a good base or a good foundation to actually help the company grow as well, right? So that will help people say, hey, if you look through your resume or through your LinkedIn or social media, hey, you realize, hey, this person actually invests in her or herself or himself.
Mm.
And this could be a potential way of figuring out their personality and the kind of relationship and contribution the person might have for the company.
Mm. Does it also send a sense of, I don't know, like confidence, like in the person? Like, do they have confidence in themselves as a person? Like, just by putting effort to go in front of the camera, take proper headshots?
Yes, actually, that does. I have a story.
Okay.
So I have a client. His name is Joseph. So Joseph is like a typical, like everyday best friend, like a guy next door person. So he has that perspective of himself as well. So after working with us, he really loved the results of his photo, right? And then there was one point in time where he actually shared to us. This was a situation where he was going to go into a panel to speak in front of an audience, right?
Yeah.
And then just before his speaking panel, he messaged us, say that, hey, Eddie and Joyce, I just want to send you a quick message and tell you that I'm looking at my photo on screen, and I remember a time where I feel really confident of how confident I can look.
Mm.
And that gives me a lot of confidence to what I'm gonna do next, which is I'm gonna speak in front of a panel. Then Joyce and I look at the message, we're like, wow, this is so heartwarming. And then back then I was still working full time in my job. I was like, wow, I think it's time for me to really go into the business full time.
But so this is when one of the triggers, I guess, that got you all started
Yes.
on the business full time. All right.
Yeah. Because you can see, you can feel the impact that you give to others, and it's like a way of how I want to live my life. How we want to have this business to help people feel good about themselves,
Mm.
feel really confident, and to carry this confidence throughout their life.
So on the other hand, I mean, it's great hearing like, all these clients that have found their confidence, the sense of helping themselves being able to get a better job even. But let's say I'm someone that's new, I'm maybe upcoming, I'm interested in photography now, or maybe I'm doing it as a hobby. What is one advice you would give to these people? Like if let's say they want to do photography full time, like as a business. Yeah.
I would say, first of all, create portfolios of what you want to achieve, right? Be it like wedding photography, be it like family photography or baby photography or headshot photography or corporate photography as well. Now you can do a lot of portfolio for that. Yeah, like you can just reach out to people, say, hey, I wanna build up my portfolio. Yeah, is it okay if I photograph you so that I can have my portfolio? So you get practice, you get a portfolio, you do this a lot, you get better over time, because once you do this a lot, you have a keen interest to improve, and that will help you improve your photography skills. And at the same time, if you want to do a business out of this, right? Talk is usually the first your close network, like friends, family, that will find you because you are showing it out there. Yeah, you gotta put your work out there, of course. So when you put your work out there, you talk to people about, hey, I'm doing this thing. Can I do this for you? And when you have that conversation, people will think of you. Hey, I remember you want to do this, so I can recommend my friends to you as well. So that's the first word of mouth referral that happens. So over time, as you build portfolio, you improve, you can make a business out of it potentially.
What is then on the flip side now? What is one challenge that maybe most people don't see? I mean, now that you've been doing it for about a year plus, full time, what's the challenge of this business?
One of the challenges of this business is actually pricing, how you should price yourself.
Right? Like, is it premium pricing? Is it like average? Is it or should we just do like a mass thing, like charge
Yeah.
below market, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I think the challenge would be good if, let's say, you define your target audience from the beginning. So when you define your target audience, you actually learn to create the work that you have to create in order to get there, in order to charge their pricing. Yeah.
So this means, like, for yourself, are you targeting business leaders, owners, senior people? Is this because of affordability concern, or there are other aspects of
There are the deeper aspect, right, of that question is we want to make sure that people not just look good, they feel good about themselves as well. And that feeling good, that confidence that they have should translate through their life. So earlier on, when I mentioned about Joseph, the guy who messaged us before he was going to a speaking panel, that confidence that he felt during that photo session that he had with us translated to him feeling confident about sharing on stage. Yeah, so whatever confidence that he felt has carried it off outside to his life, to his business. So that is what we want people to feel more confident about themselves.
So maybe just one last question to kind of wrap this up, right? So because you went through that whole you were employed, you also, I guess, you also did coaching, like what, as you were a dance coach for like 20 over years, and then transiting from that to starting your own business. Like, through all these different milestones, right? What is maybe one most, I think, like, what's your advice to someone that's kind of going through this phase of life? Like, how should I see it? How should I help myself decide? Because I think the biggest roadblock usually for someone that's transiting from a career or something that they're already doing to fully start a new business, there's usually this dilemma in their mind. Like, should I give up on something that I'm already having income, especially if I have a family, I have kids and all that, and then now to go to something that is like uncertainty, like full uncertainty. Yeah. How should I think about it? What are certain questions that I should ask myself before I make this jump?
So entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of stress involved because if, let's say, you have a family you need to support, I'd say have a discussion with the family, the close one that's going to be affected by do what you sorry. Have a discussion with the family first to talk things through about like your thoughts you have, the decisions you potentially might be making, because they will affect how the family dynamics is going to be like. So have that conversation with your loved ones, whether they're in support, whether they are against it. Yeah. So because whatever you do sometimes will affect your close ones, right? Because of the your revenue being secure has gone into uncertainty. Right. So that conversation is the first you should have. It's the first thing you should do.
Right.
And then over time, also talk to other people. Think about and talk to other people who are in this industry to see what their journey is like. Whether they're open to sharing it or not comes down to having that conversation with many other people as well. Some might be thriving, some might not be. Some might be in a challenging situation. So have the conversation, hear from both sides, and then discuss that with your family. And yeah, when you talk about it more, you're able to see what the challenge or the journey is going to be like, potentially. Right. But that said, there's always people who are thriving in challenging times. So I would say try your best to learn from them. Yeah.
So these are the guys who have weathered the storms, I guess.
These are the guys who have weathered the storms, who have actually have some experience in doing what they do in order to become what they are today.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thanks so much, Eddie. Yeah, I mean, I think I personally really enjoyed like the reason why I was thinking of inviting you for this session, right, is when I had the chat with you. I mean, what really resonated with me after that short, I think we were talking for about maybe 5-10 minutes at the event, was I think you really showing a very authentic self through that conversation I had with you, and you also bringing that authenticity to your work that you do. And not only that, I think you were also helping people, like through our conversation earlier, I understood you were helping them to find their confidence, to find themselves even through photography. And yeah, I think it's really great work. Like not many people think of photography in a way where there's a very high level of like genuine um thought process behind not just the shoot itself, but I think the preparation work is equally important. Like trying to understand the client, all the minute and micro details you guys go into, like color analysis, and the wardrobe and stuff like that. How they pose to look natural and to feel confident, I think most importantly. So thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for allowing me to share as well, because it's not an easy journey as well. But I hope that people will come to understand that feeling confident is possible.
Right.
Yeah. So wherever they are in life, they may be confident in doing what they do, but how to translate that through everything potentially could be just one session or a few sessions.
Right.
By that small work they put in for themselves, that's going to help them feel confident for life.
Right. All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing this room.
Okay.